My name's Joel Bray. I am a proud Wiradjuri man, so my ancestral country is a big chunk of central New South Wales, but I live down here on Naarm, on Wurundjeri country. My background is as a dancer and a choreographer. I trained first in traditional Aboriginal dance and then in contemporary Western styles, and I've had a career as a dancer all over the world. So I've worked in dance companies in Portugal and France and Israel before moving back to work with Chunky Move here. And in the last 7 years, I've been making my own work, and I make a particular kind of blend of contemporary dance, theatre and audience participation. The strangest project I've ever found myself on was as a backup dancer in Israel for the Eurovision. Someone just called me out of the blue and said, "Do you want to do this?" And of course, the queer inside me loved it and just had the best time. In terms of theatre making, I'm most passionate about creating an experience for the audience. So rather than just making a work that you sit and kind of passively consume, but kind of tapping into those really ancient roots of theatre, which are ritual. And rituals, by their nature, are places in which we all enact something together. So breaking down those artificial barriers between the audience and the performer, which is a very kind of European idea that we've brought in here to this continent, and tapping into more of an ancient Aboriginal sense of corroboree in our theatre of people gathering together to make something happen. The most exciting thing about being assistant director on Jackie is working with this incredible bunch of people. I've known Mark, the director, and Declan, the writer, and very briefly met Guy Simon before, but it's definitely been the first time I've worked in a room full of just incredible theatre professionals, and just watching the way the writing, the directing, and the decisions of the actors are all coming together to make it sing. It's so extraordinary. I'm just sitting there soaking it up and just trying to watch and capture all of these consummate professionals at work. It's an absolute joy. The thing I'm learning the most is how to work with actors, I think. My background is as a dancer and a choreographer, so I've worked with dancers and I work with dancers, and dancers and actors are very different, actually. I think maybe what they do on stage can end up looking similar, but the approach is completely different of how you get into a character, of how you make decisions, of the relationship between the director and the actor. And so the thing that I've been learning most is really watching how Mark Wilson, the director, works with the actors, the conversation, the language that he's using, the approach, and he's so deft in that practice. And so I've just been really watching, observing, and kind of scribbling down lots of notes. To be in the room at Melbourne Theatre Company, a company of such stature, is such an incredible privilege. First of all, we get quite a lot of rehearsal time, which is pretty rare in the performing arts now. We're often having to bang out work really quickly. So being able to be in a really thorough process with weeks of rehearsals and kind of time to kind of really delve into the nitty-gritty of the play itself is just really nourishing. And to be able to work within a broader kind of team, as an independent performance maker, you're often your own costume designer and your own playwright and your own stage manager, and you're juggling lots and lots of different things. And so to be able to collaborate with a whole bunch of other professionals in this way is really amazing. And it also really allows you to really specialize in what you're doing. I think my big advice for aspiring theatre makers would be go and see as much theatre as you can. Figure out what you like and what you don't like, and grab other theatre makers and go, have a beer with them and talk about it. I think those conversations that I have with other makers are the things that really hone and sharpen my own skills. The other thing I'd probably advise is don't be backwards about coming forwards. Just go and chat with people, just go and talk with artistic directors, just go and pitch your ideas. My experience is usually people go, "Sounds great. How can we make that work?" And I think, nothing asked, nothing gained, right?